And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide.
Winston's pass complete to Tre'Quan Smith.
2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Packers 14, Saints 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And all the way down to the 29. Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision. Just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Winston. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Fumble on the play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston now. Eluding the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, Winston buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incomplete.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On first down, Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Packers 21, Saints 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And a nifty catch there for a first down by Michael Thomas, still getting used to the fact that it's not Drew Brees throwing him passes. Never really 100% in 2020, battled some injuries along the way. Ended up only suiting up for 7 games, 40 catches. That's a tough drop because...
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Play fake. Winston. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the 8-yard line.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. They've got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Second down, another shot for Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Saints 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Jameis to throw it. Flushed out right. Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
For a Saints first down.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Escaping the pressure right. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Flush to his right. He gets it complete to Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A 10th carry for Kamara. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victory.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
A loss of 4 yards.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return, Harris. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.